Welcome back to another sketchbook doodling video. This one was kind of a spur-in-the-moment idea, honestly. I actually was not going to record this initially, but I kind of just got all my stuff situated on the table I was going to work on. I was like, well, we're here, so like might as well record it. If it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out. Oh well. But it turned out okay, so I made a video out of this. So for this illustration, I am drawing one of my original characters from long ago. Her name is Charlotte. She's just like a bunny, and she has a tiara, so I guess she's like a princess or something. This is one of those characters that it's like, you're lucky to have a name because you don't have anything else going for you. I have so many like that, and honestly, it probably took me like 6 months to actually give a name to this little bunny girl. I was just kind of drawing her a lot, and she didn't have a name for a very long time, but by some miracle, I actually gave her a name, and I remember her name, so she's special, I guess. So I made an interesting decision with this one. I outlined everything with a preppy pink fountain pen, which I used to use it a lot with my Copic illustrations, but I don't really know why, because the preppy pink fountain pen, all of the preppy fountain pens, they're not alcohol proof, so if you slap alcohol markers on top, it will bleed. And that especially goes for the lighter colors of Copic markers. Because in my head, I used to use this pen a ton with Copic markers. So like, before doing this illustration, just like a couple days before, I was like, yeah, this pen must be alcohol proof. This pen must be waterproof. I used to use this thing all the time with my Copic markers. There's no way it's not. Like, there's no way this thing will bleed with Copic markers, and that is a dirty, dirty lie. This thing bleeds with Copic markers. I did find that out before doing this. On the page previously to this one, on the page prior to this one in my sketchbook, I did do like small doodle tests with the preppy pink fountain pen and Copic markers, and yeah, it bleeds, especially with the lighter colors like skin tones. And you know what I went ahead and I did regardless? I laid down the pen first, and then I colored it with Copic markers. Like, I just wanted to use this pen with Copics, and it didn't really cross my mind. I could have colored it first and then outlined it, because I've done that before. Also, another mistake, I overfilled one of my skin tone Copics, and when I went to rip open a cap to color a different piece, it gooped all over this illustration. This was a disaster! I mean, given that didn't really affect it too much in the long run, because luckily it was a lighter color, so like, 2 out of 3 of the places it gooped, actually, 3 out of 3 of the places it gooped were really light shades that I was going to put there anyways, but you can't really tell in the final piece that I spilled ink everywhere. I shouldn't be allowed to refill my markers, because obviously I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't pay attention to how much ink I'm putting in them. This was a disaster. Anyways, moral of the story, if you're using a pen that you don't know if it works with alcohol markers, test it before you do it. And then if you're gonna fill your markers, pay attention to how much ink you're putting in them instead of just going for it, being like, is this enough? No, I'm gonna put more. This was a disaster. But it ended up turning out nice, all things considered. I don't think that the actual pen bled a ton with anything other than the face. I don't know if it's just not visible in any of the other colors that I ended up putting down, or if it's just like it really wants to bleed with the skin tones, which is tragic because like out of all the places for the ink to bleed, I'd rather have it not be on the face of the character, but whatever, I guess beggars can't be choosers, so you get what you get. But as a whole, everything else turned out good. And then I had this like weird moment where I was like, oh, what color do I color the outfit she's wearing? Because I'm really bad in terms of picking outfits or just like drawing outfits on characters. I tend to go like super stereotypical, like t-shirt and jeans most of the time, but this is like a cuter character and I wanted to give her something cute to wear. So I went on Pinterest and I was like, please, Pinterest gods, give me something good that I want to draw. And I found this dress from like Spree Picky or something that was cute and had bunny ears, and I was like, oh, this would be cute on my bunny character. You can't see the bunny ears in the drawing though, but that's fine. And then I was like, oh no, I don't like how it's gray because her hair is black and white, so it's like, I don't want her dress to be gray because then it'll be very like monochromatic and it'll be very and so like I decided to color it purple, even though purple is my least favorite color. I have a lot of purple Copics just so I have them, but purple is my least favorite colors, guys. And there's a good reason behind that. My great aunt, she does her like Christmas theme in her house. She has a white Christmas tree, and literally all of her decorations are purple. All of them. Everything on the tree is purple. And my mom hated that, and then as a child, I just kind of like hated that by association, I guess. So that's the weird reason behind why I hate the color purple. I don't know why. Given it was an ugly situation for the Christmas tree. I won't deny that. It was not cute. I'm sorry if you do your Christmas in purple, but it's not a cute look. That's why I hate the color purple. End of that story. And yeah, I ended up putting washi tape to kind of cover up a lot of the white space because for whatever reason my two brain cells decided that we were going to draw something super off-center on a page, so that happened. But again, I am happy with how this turned out. Considering how many things went wrong / could have gone wrong / could have gone worse, this didn't turn out too bad. I wish I had colored it before I outlined it. I wish I had paid attention when I was actually filling my markers so they wouldn't goop everywhere, but that's okay. Could have been a lot worse. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me ramble. I did a lot of rambling in this one. I'm sorry. Thank you guys, so I'll see you in the next one.